How does William Zepeda fare against Shakur Stevenson? Now that this Tevin Farmer fight from Saturday night is in the rear view, I just want to emphasize one more time that I don't think he fares that well, right? That being said, who else is there that's willing to step up and step in there with Shakur Stevenson? A guy who's bigger than Zepeda and a guy who's much more technically sound. Look, first and foremost, that fight against Tevin Farmer was absolutely crazy. I mean, Zepeda showed that he's got a motor like you've never seen in your life. He's got heart for days. But you know what? So did Tevin Farmer. And that's what made that fight such an incredible fight. Now, I don't want to downplay Tevin Farmer and act like he doesn't have skills. He does. And I don't want to downplay his toughness either, because he deserves to be recognized for his toughness after that fight with Zepeda on Saturday. But it's a whole different ballgame when you're in there against a Shakur Stevenson, who's not only much more technically sound than Tevin Farmer, he's also bigger than you, right? Tevin Farmer was smaller than William Zepeda. Shakur Stevenson is not smaller, right? So he's going to be at quite a disadvantage in there against Shakur. But I like the fight, right? Because I don't think, if I'm being honest with you guys, anybody's going to go in there and out sharpshoot Shakur Stevenson. It's just not going to happen. He's super conservative. He doesn't really take risks. And as much as that makes him a fabulous fighter, that also makes him a boring fighter for a lot of people that want to see action. They want to see vulnerability. They want to see people get hurt. I think a guy like Zepeda, who just comes forward relentlessly and never stops, is going to have obviously some trouble getting there to Shakur Stevenson. But if he could do some things to make that happen, right? If he can not have to kind of put himself in position and plant his feet to throw his shots, if he can do some stuff on the move and really make this a dirty, drag-out fight like we've seen he's capable of doing on Saturday, I think that is probably not only his best chance of winning the fight against Shakur Stevenson, but anybody's best chance of beating a kid the caliber of Shakur Stevenson, who's just way too technically sound for the guys, in boxing right now, as far as I can see. So I really like this fight. I think a guy like Zepeda may force Shakur Stevenson to fight, may give us that vulnerability, that action we've been looking for from Shakur Stevenson. And it's a fight that I'm excited to see and I hope happens next, because I do think, Shakur needs to be in a fight like that, right? We need to see him hopefully get pushed and struggle a bit so that he can bring that dog out and we can see what he's about. We can see that he's a fighter, not just a kind of touch and go amateur style kind of guy. So that's my thoughts. I still think Shakur wins this fight, obviously. But I think it's a fun fight if we can make it happen. And if Zepeda brings his A game to Shakur, I think it's a fun fight. Knuckleheads, let me know what you think in the comment section below. After you do so, comment, like, subscribe to the channel, and join the channel. We've got 3 different tiers right now. So you guys can join the channel, help me continue to build. I'm sorry I've been out for about a week. It's been hectic, but I'm going to be dropping videos for you guys every day, as much as I can, almost every day. And also on Tuesdays, we have the podcast, typically at 6:30 Pacific time. So tune in for that. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this Zepeda versus Shakur. Let's go.
Subscribe and join the FightersRep. It'll be the best thing you ever did. Knucklehead.